Welcome, my dear friend. Welcome once again. I just want to give an educative video to couples, okay, couples, and then those also who are preparing to marry. So this video is exclusive and education, but don't forget to subscribe and to share with family and friends. Now, in today's video, what I'm sharing with you is how to sexually satisfy a woman. How do you sexually satisfy a woman? There are some tips, okay, that I want to share with you. Yeah, tried, tested, and proven to be effective. Yeah, you see, the issue about sex, some people have so many views on it, but for me, what I see is that we need to learn. Because if a mechanic spends so much time in school to learn about how to repair cars, okay, why don't we also get time to discuss and to learn about these issues that are putting so many marriages apart? So briefly, I want to share with you. Please watch to the end because it's an educative video, very very good, that it will help you. Now, what are the things to note when you want to sexually satisfy a woman? Number one, romance her outside the bedroom. Now, before the sexual act will commence in the morning, talk to her about it. Tell her about the action that will go on in the evening. So discuss with her. Now, there are some two things every man should note. To prepare a woman's mind, she needs a touch. How you romance her, a touch, sometimes a hug and a peg. These are all ways that prepares a woman's mind for the actual sex. And then a woman also need words. Words also, a way prepares the woman. Words. Use kind words. Oh, you are the love of my life. Without you, life will be meaningless. A woman is moved, a woman is stimulated by the kind of words a man uses. So use those words. Yeah, when you use those words, it will prepare her mind. Discuss with her, okay, about the act. Also, it is very very important. It prepares her mind for the sexual act. So that's the first thing to do. You see, don't always go closer to her when you want to have sex. In fact, it puts most of the women off. There are some men, they will always come to the woman or close to the woman if they want to have sex with her. So when you come closer, you start touching her, you see, oh, it, he always want to have sex. That's why he does that. But let that be your habit. Let that be a lifestyle. Okay, as married couples, let that be a lifestyle. Kiss your wife. She's your wife, so why are you shy of kissing her? She's your wife. Why are you shy of hugging her? Hug her at any time. It brings spice into the marriage. Don't overlook it. Okay? Don't think that it is ungodly to do that. No, it is godly because marriage is divinely ordained by God. So that is the first one. Romance her outside the bedroom. Number two, spend more time in foreplay. Research has shown that most men rush. They want to quickly go and have intercourse with the woman. You see, there are some women, it takes up to about, let's say, 20 minutes to prepare her body for the sex, some to 30 minutes. So, as a man, don't rush, don't be in a hurry to have the intercourse with her. Have time for foreplay. Now, when we talk about foreplay, simply means what? Giving her a kiss, okay, playing with her clitoral stimulation, and then romancing each other, and others that comes in. So spend quality time. For you to satisfy a woman sexually, spend quality time. Don't rush. A good woman will take his time. A good man will take his time to explore her body doing this foreplay action. So foreplay is very very key if you want to satisfy a woman. Take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush. Prepare for it. It is very very important to know that. Now the next point I also want to talk about is that identify her pleasure zone. You see, there are some what we call female sexual apparatus, that is the vulva, okay, and then the vagina. Yeah, these parts must be looked at. Every woman has a place that turn her on, so a good man must be able to identify. There are some women that they are, put on by touching their breast. Some to clitoral stimulation, that is when you stimulate their clitoris, it puts them on. So you should know. Some to their mouth, some to their hair. Every woman has a place that when you touch, it brings her on, it turns her on. Every man must be able to know the places of the woman. It is very important to note that. It is very, very important to know that. So when you know that each individual has a place, so you need to identify the places that puts your woman on, and then skillfully explore them. There are some of them you have to use your hand. Take your time. Okay, when you want to use your hand, okay, in fingering, or you need to wash your hand very well. Have a clean hand before you can go into that foreplay act. Her pleasure zones. So her pleasure zones are very, very important. Now on this channel, I have discussed the pleasure zones, so you can quickly go on the channel and then you get some of the pleasure zones. But I have really discussed it briefly with you that the pleasure zones are very, very important. You need to identify the pleasure zone of a woman. Now, if you're able to identify the pleasure zone and you skillfully take your time to play with her, it will prepare her body, and then she can become wet. Okay, it is sad that sometimes even Christians, some of them, they don't take their time to play with the woman. They think that, oh, it is all about prayer, it is all about let's read the Bible. No, sometimes you need to learn all these things. So there are some, they don't take their time for the woman to become wet, and then they just want to enter. You are putting the woman into a problem. You are hurting the woman. So in her mind, sex becomes like a burden to her, and it is really, really disturbing most of the women. So we need to take note of what I'm sharing with you. Very, very, very important. If you want to satisfy a woman, this point, know her pleasure zones. It is very, very important to know her pleasure zones. Now, the next point I want to also share or discuss with you, that after knowing her pleasure zone, you must also spend time in what we call the love making. Extend the love making. Don't rush the love making stage. Okay, so how do you extend love making? Maybe you see that her body is being prepared, her body is being getting into the mood. Don't rush. Take your time into this process. Don't rush. Take your time in the process. Now, one thing is that when you rush the process, it is going to cause a problem, because the body will not be prepared for that. So you need to extend the love making. So a man, you must learn. It's very, very important to know that. The next point I want to also share with you to satisfy a woman is that invitation. What do you call enter by invitation? What do you mean by enter by invitation? What do you mean by enter by invitation is that if you want to have sex with a woman, make sure her body chemistry, her body is prepared. You see, the woman will show some signs. That shows that her body is being ready. Her body is prepared for the act. You see, when you enter someone's house without invitation, it's like invading the person's privacy. So if you want to satisfy a woman, make sure that you enter her by invitation. It is a very, very good point. You see that her body will be calling for the act, and then you enter by invitation. Very, very important. One thing you should also note is that it is not always that a woman will reach orgasm, but when you prepare her mind very well, she's going to enjoy the act. I'll end here. We will continue with how to sexually satisfy a man in our next series. God be with you. Have a good day. These points, employ it and it will help your marriage. Have a good day and bye bye.